eSports, una jornada que prácticamente no nos ha dado ni tiempo a recuperarnos, pero estos, los protagonistas, lo han tenido que hacer a la fuerza, recuperarse tanto mentalmente como físicamente después del partido de hace nada, un ratillo, hace el martes pasado, que se jugó ante el Fútbol Club Barcelona aquí en Somos. Ese resultado duro, contundente por parte del conjunto de Hansi Flick, pero esto, como solemos decir, ya es el pasado. El equipo ha tenido tiempo de repasar todos y cada uno de los errores que se cometieron en ese partido. Como dijo Yagoba Arrasate en la rueda de prensa previa al partido de hoy, hay que aceptar, reconocer y aprender de los errores del último partido. Es lo que ha hecho el Mallorca, es lo que ha hecho el conjunto de Yagoba Arrasate para enfrentarse hoy en este partidazo, este viernes de puente, este viernes de fiesta, ante, bueno, un partidazo que tenemos hoy a las 9 de la noche ante el Celta de Vigo en Balaídos, un estadio que al Mallorca se le da bien, un estadio donde el conjunto del Yagoba Arrasate, la última vez que perdió en ese estadio fue la temporada 2021-2022, un 6 de marzo. El partido terminó en Celta 4, Mallorca 3. Es la última derrota del Mallorca en Balaídos. De todo esto ha pasado mucho tiempo, el Mallorca se le da bien Balaídos y sobre todo esta temporada yo creo que estamos haciendo una grandísima temporada y hoy hay que volver a sumar 3 puntos, hay que volver a entrar en esa buena dinámica. Conmigo está Alberto Barón. Muy buenas, Alberto, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estamos?
Muy bien, bueno, partido importante, lo decíamos ahora, que no sé si el equipo se habrá recuperado mentalmente. Me imagino que sí, porque los jugadores saben que el fútbol no para, pero físicamente habrá bastantes rotaciones hoy.
Hombre, al final la carga de partidos es bastante elevada. Venimos de jugar el martes, jugamos el viernes y...
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host for tonight, Daniel Armstrong, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a lovely evening. Now, we have a very exciting kickoff ahead of us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have Celta Vigo against Real Mallorca. Now, last time out here, Real Mallorca faced FC Barcelona at the Estadio de Son Moix, where they did take a heavy defeat, losing 5-1. Now, despite the result, they did have a great performance overall. You know, in the first half, it was a very equal match. Second half started off strong up until the about 74th minute, where they conceded the 3-1. And from there, I would say it just went all downhill. Now, we have the correspondent here at the pitch, and we're just going to have some words from him. There's around 100 Real Mallorca fans attending tonight. Mallorca is the 5th team with the best away stand in the league. Last Tuesday, they did play against FC Barcelona, and they're going to be looking for a better taste here tonight. And they want to get the 3 points, which would leave us with a total of 27 points in total. It would be a very positive result, and we'd be going very good if we got the win tonight. It's not going to be easy playing in front of the Celta Vigo stadium here tonight. And last time out, we did beat them 0-1 when we played at Celta Vigo away, where Velat Murici scored the winner. Talking about it tonight, he probably will be coming out in the second half. And if Velat Murici comes out tonight, it will be his 100th appearance for the club. We will be looking at the starting 11 now. Mallorca's coming out with Dominic Grave in the nets, Antonio Reyo and Martin Valgen at center backs, Mateo Jamo at right back, Sibert van der Heyden at left back, we have 2 CDMs with Omar Mascarell, and the other center defensive mid is Samu Costa. On the wing, we have Javi Abres. He's on the left side. And on the right side, we have Robert Navarro. And playing at center, attacking amid, is Dani Rodriguez, who, as we know, has been in such great form. And up front, we have Guy Larin. Real Mallorca have travelled with a total of 24 players to Celta Vigo. So that is the starting 11 that Jacoba Arrasate will be using tonight. Thank you very much, Damian. Those were the words from our correspondent there, who is out at the Celta Vigo pitch. Now, as you could hear in the starting lineup, there's definitely been some changes compared to last time out against FC Barcelona, which was just last Tuesday. Now we are aware that the players have played 3 matches in total this week, including this one. So, there's a lot of tired players. There's a lot of fatigue in the squad. So they've definitely had to make a lot of rotations. And looking at the squad tonight, this is another rotation they have had to make. Now, you can't blame them. It's been a lot of minutes for football, which Real Mallorca don't usually play lots of games in a row. But this week, they have had to play a total of 3 games. Of course, one of them being the leaders of the group, FC Barcelona. So it's been tough. Now, as I was saying, just last time out for Real Mallorca, they did face FC Barcelona. They did lose 5-1. It was a pretty heavy defeat. Now, first half, you have to look at the positive side of this match. The first half was excellent. They did end the first half 1-1, and going into the second half, they were losing 2-1, but up until then, it was still looking very good. It was only in the 74th minute where Barcelona got the 3-1, and it really just slipped away from their hands. Now, they were looking great up until this point. Despite this heavy defeat, they have to keep their heads up and keep it up. Now, Real Mallorca have only won 2 out of their last 5 games, and Celta Vigo have only managed to win 1 out of their last 5 games. And out of the last 4 games, Celta Vigo have not won a single one, meaning their last win was 5 matches ago. Now, Real Mallorca, despite these numbers and saying these facts, recently they have been really good. Last away game was against Las Palmas, where they managed to bring home the 3 points, winning 3-2. And then they had another match against Valencia just a week after, where they did win 2-1 at Son Moix. Of course, they took the heavy defeat against Barcelona last Tuesday, but they should not let that ruin their confidence. Now, last time out for Celta Vigo, they did manage to lose 3-1 against Espanyol last Saturday. So, Celta Vigo, a team that's not doing terrible this season, but recently they really have been in bad form. Now, they did manage to lose, as I said, their last game 3-1, despite having 80% of the possession. Now, that's not a low number. That's a very, very high number, 80% of possession. You'd think you'd manage to bring home the 3 points, but they could not. So Celta Vigo did have 80% of possession, and they took a total of 16 shots on target, but they still could just not manage to bring home the 3 points. Now, Real Mallorca are currently sitting at 6th place with 24 points. If they can get the win tonight, it will make it 27 points, and they will go up to 5th place. At the minute, they're currently sitting at 6, just holding on to that Conference League spot. And, but they are a game ahead of the rest, so a win tonight is a must, Real Mallorca have had such a great season so far, and they just can't let this slip from their hands. A win tonight is so important for the team to boost their confidence. They've had such a good run at the minute, and if they want to keep on to that 6th, 5th position, then the 3 points here tonight is very, very important. If we look at the opposite side, Celta Vigo are currently sitting at 12th place on the table with a total of 18 points. So not too far from Real Mallorca, but position-wise, all the way down to 12th. And despite being 12th place, it is only 5 points away from the relegation zone. So a win here for tonight for Celta Vigo is very, very important if they just want to avoid that relegation zone. But of course, Real Mallorca will be looking for the win also, as they want to keep their high positions at the minute. So both teams going to be looking for the 3 points tonight, a very important game for both teams. Now, out of their last 5 matches against Celta Vigo, if we are comparing this matchup, the last 5 matches, Celta Vigo have only managed to beat Mallorca once. It's 1 victory for Celta Vigo, 2 losses, and 2 draws. And that was their last 5 home matches. So, Celta Vigo have not been great at the minute, especially when it comes to home. The home matches are the matches you need to win the most. But if we are looking at the recent record, they only managed to win 1, and they have drawn 2 and lost 2. So not a very good record, you could say, at the minute. Now, last time these two teams did face each other was in January at the Estadio de Son Moix, where it ended 1-1 with Iago Aspas scoring in the 10th minute to take the lead early on. But just before the end of the first half, Guy Ladding came in and got the equalizer in the 43rd minute. So it was a draw last time out. I do think Celta Vigo were in much better form during that time. If we look at the two teams now, Mallorca are definitely have the advantage and they are in the better form. But of course, Celta Vigo are playing home. Now, looking at the current record for Celta Vigo playing home, you could say that shouldn't really be a problem for Real Mallorca. If we actually do look at the last time Real Mallorca played at the Estadio de Balaidos, and for those who don't know, that is the Celta Vigo home stadium, it did end 0-1 with Mallorca taking home the 3 points. It was when Velat Muriqi managed to score in the 85th minute to get the late winner for the team. So, as we can see, both lineups, as I said, Real Mallorca making a lot of rotations recently, lots of minutes of football, so lots of players tired. So it raises a lot of questions for the fans. Why do the players keep on changing? Why is the lineup changing? Is it going to mess with the team overall? Now, they're just going to need to learn to play that way with this many football matches in a row. The next match Real Mallorca play after this one is, of course, next Saturday, so we'll be back to normal. But this last week, they've played 3 matches in total. So hopefully it does not affect this Real Mallorca squad tonight. Now, in the last 5 matchups of Real Mallorca versus Celta Vigo, Real Mallorca have won 3 matches and Celta Vigo have only won 1, and as you can imagine, the other match was a draw. So when it comes to the matchup between both of these teams, Real Mallorca do have the most wins. Now, if we look at the results, I've been looking at the results, they're not massive gaps. It's usually 1-0, 1-1, 2-1. It's not massive results. But Real Mallorca do have the advantage. And of course, they are 2 very different teams. Real Mallorca being much more of a defensive side and Celta Vigo being much more of an offensive side. If we do actually look at the stats here, this season Celta Vigo have 27 goals against them conceded, and Real Mallorca only have 16 goals conceded. So, as I just said, Celta Vigo offensively a much better team, whereas Real Mallorca defensively much of a better side. And Celta Vigo do have, you could argue, one of the best strikers in the league. They have Iago Aspas up front. But this is the question. He is on the bench tonight, actually. He's not actually starting tonight, despite him being the maximum goal scorer for his team this season and the all-time goal scorer for Celta Vigo, actually, with 209 goals to his name, which an impressive number for a player like him. As I said, he is the maximum goal scorer for LaLiga this season. He's got 5 goals to his name this season, and the striker's actually played 16 seasons for the club now, and he's made a total of 500 appearances for the club. Tonight will be his 501st, I believe, appearance for the club. So a massive thing for him. We're going to go to break. We'll be back soon shortly. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be back soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just had a quick short break there, and we are back now. Now, just 25 minutes to go till kickoff. As I said, we have a very exciting fixture ahead of us. Now, I'm going to be talking about the lineups a little bit here. As I was saying earlier, the squads, Real Mallorca have made lots of rotations this week due to lots of minutes of football and plenty of playtime, plenty of matches they've had this week. So we're going to talk about that Real Mallorca side here now. In net, we do have Dominic Grave, who did not start last game out. We actually had Leo Roman, the other goalkeeper who's on the bench tonight. He was starting against their last time out against FC Barcelona, where, you know, he had an outstanding match, a brilliant match, made some very important saves. Despite losing 5-1, you know, you might look at the result and think, oh, well, he obviously didn't do that great, but it's definitely not the case for him. He definitely did everything he could, and he had a great match out. So, as I said, surprising new changes, lots of rotations here made to the squad tonight. At center backs, we do have Martin Valgent and Antonio Rayo, both of which played against FC Barcelona and has been in the starting squad for a while now. No new rotations there, the same stuff. Now, at left back, we do have a player making his debut this season who's not yet played. It is the Belgium left back, Siebe van der Sar. Now, we can't really say we've seen much of him at all this season. He's yet to play a match this season. So definitely a surprising change there. Not much to talk about there. We don't know what he's been doing. Not much to say, not much to base off of, really. Now, on the right back, we do have Mateo Morey, who only made his debut about 3 matches ago. He did start against Las Palmas last away game, and he also did start against Valencia and against Barcelona last 2 matches that Real Mallorca played at home. He's had a great start to the season so far. He's been a really important player for Real Mallorca. He's been, if you ask me my opinion, watching these matches, not enough recognition being given, doing a lot on the pitch, but of course his name isn't on the score sheet or on the CS board, so you don't hear about him, but he's been a great player, I think, so far. And for a player who's only played 3 matches for the club, he's definitely been doing good. At center defensive mid, we have Omar Mascarell, who's been a decent player this season so far, has regularly started, so no surprise there. And alongside him at center defensive mid is Samu Costa, also one of the best players in the squad, who has just been excellent this season. You can't complain about him. Also, no surprise there. Now, if we do look at the left back, we have Javi Yabres, who has not played any of these starting games this season. This is his only game starting this season. For anyone who's interested, you can see the highlights of Real Mallorca playing against Barcelona here. I'm just going to interrupt the lineup real quick to talk about this. As you can see here, the first goal given away by Real Mallorca was just a slip-up, a poor clearance from Mojica, trying to clear it, and it bounces off the Real Mallorca defender and ends up in the back of the net. Just falls to Ferran Torres' feet for him to tap it in. But as you can see, Real Mallorca get a lovely through ball here into Pablo Maffeo, and Pablo Maffeo just taps it in. Just gives in a lovely little pass for a tap in for Velat Muriqi to put it in the back of the net. That was to make it 1-1. It looks offside. It's not offside. We've checked plenty of times. But even though it does look offside, don't worry. As you can see here, not offside. There was a massive debate over that after the game, if it was or wasn't, but it was not given. So that was just before the end of the first half, where, as I said, Real Mallorca were playing very good. If you watch the match, then you would know that Real Mallorca were putting in a decent performance, but it's just that second half where they let it slip away. But they cannot be ashamed. They put their effort, they put their all into it. They're just missing that bit of concentration at the end of the match that they need to keep going. And that's an error we see often in the squad when it comes to big matches. Here we're taking a look at the penalty that given away by Johan Mojica. Again, the same player to give away the unfortunate first goal. Here he does just clip him in the back of the leg, as you can see there. Lovely run from Lamine Yamal to get away, and Rafinha just smashes it in the back of the post. Keeper does dive the right way. He just gets unlucky just not to get there. It was an excellent penalty by Rafinha. He does dive the right way, as I said, but too much power on it. He just couldn't get there. Here we have a lovely effort from Dani Rodriguez, who came off the bench, and one of the first chances he got, turns around and shoots, and it just goes wide. Lovely effort there again. Now, everything was going well up until here, but just look at this pass, please. Look at this pass from Lamine Yamal. I mean, what a wonder that kid is, with his left foot outside. And here, this is another pass that he gives. That just ends up for Frankie de Jong there. It was into Pau Torres, and Pau Torres just tries to cross in, and it falls for Frankie de Jong perfectly. Here's another goal by Rafinha. A long ball gone in. Tries to take the shoot. Sorry, not by Rafinha, by Lamine Yamal. Frankie de Jong comes along and pushes it in to Pau Torres for him to just tap it away. This is just where the concentration lacked in the end of the second half. They just give away so many goals and they just let it slip. But, I mean, what a player that kid is, Lamine Yamal there. Lots of people saying the MVP of the match for Barcelona was Frank de Jong. Others saying it was Ferran Torres. Others saying it was Rafinha because he got 2 goals. But for me, on that match, it was Lamine Yamal. What player? Gave 2 excellent outside of the foot passes. One of them was a pass to assist, and the other one was an assist itself with his left foot. So, I mean, what a player he has been for them. Now I'm going to continue with this lineup just as I was finishing it. At Cam tonight, we have Dani Rodriguez. What a player he's been this season. He is the maximum goal scorer with 3 goals alongside with Velat Muriqi, who also has 3 goals this season. But not only does Dani Rodriguez have the maximum goal scorer this season, but also the most assists this season with 4 assists. So a major important player in this Mallorca squad here tonight, and it's no surprise he's starting because what a player he's been, putting in the great performances. He's just been an amazing player. And talking about Vela Muriki, who's also the maximum goal scorer, he did score last time out here against Barcelona, as you can see as we looked at the replay. Now at right back, we have Robert Navarro, also a regular starting 11 player who's been amazing this season. A young player who not been appearing much maybe on the scoreboard, but definitely got some few assists in there, definitely been performing, and you can say he's got an engine on him. He's all over the pitch. He's a guy you want if you need someone to run, that's your man. And up front, we have the man himself, Guy Ladin. Now we're going to get an interview here from the Jacoba Arrasa, the Mallorca manager. We lost 5-1 at home, which was tough, and we're here ready for Celta Vigo. Both teams with very good logos. What do you think? I think they're a very good team when it comes to home matches, but we have also shown that away from home we are a very good team, and we have to get the result tonight. What's more important for tonight, the defensive or the offensive? I think we have to be strong together and not give them easy mistakes. But the match is just going to go one way, and that's never good for us. We have two players making debuts here tonight. What do you think? I think there are players that are doing very good. They've been training very well, and we have to be confident in them. And hopefully they can help us get the result tonight. Thank you very much. Those were the words from Jacoba Arrasate, the Real Mallorca manager. And as you can see tonight, not letting that FC Barcelona result mess with him. They just have to go into this new match confident. And you can say that it is good that he does trust in his players. As I said, there's players out there tonight that have barely had any minutes in the season, and tonight they're starting. But that is due to lots of rotations and lots of minutes, lots of matches being played this week. Now, if we do look at the Celta Vigo lineup, we do have Borja Iglesias up front tonight. He is the second goal scorer for Celta Vigo with 3 goals this season. And in front of him, as I mentioned earlier, is Iago Aspas, who's surprisingly on the bench tonight. I do believe he will come on later. If Celta Vigo need to turn into more of an offensive side, then they have that weapon on the bench that they can bring out. Now, if we look at the left wing tonight for Celta Vigo, we have Williot Swedberg, the Swedish left back, who's had a decent season so far. He's had good marks this season. He's got a few goals in this season. I believe he's got 2 goals this season. So he's been very good for them up front. And on the right wing, we have Fer Lopez, a very, very young player who only joined this club this season, who's also been putting in some excellent performance, you could say, from him. Not appearing much on the scoreboard, of course, but apart from that, doing the hard work on the pitch. At the centre mids, we have Fran Beltran and Ilaix Moriba. Most of these players are the starting lineups for Celta Vigo usually, so it's no surprise there. There's no wild cards out here for Celta Vigo tonight. They are going for the casual players that they usually go for. Right mid, we have Oscar Mingueza, and on left mid, we have Hugo Alvarez. Celta Vigo are playing with 3 at the back tonight, so as I said, they are more of an offensive side. They're playing with 3 at the back, so they will be going for that victory tonight. We do have Marcos Alonso, the former Chelsea and Barcelona left back / right back. He switched positions quite a lot. And, a very experienced player. He's won major competitions. He's played for the biggest clubs in the world. So a player that can really help out that squad. Because if you do look at the ages, Celta Vigo do have quite a young squad on their hands. Most of them in their 20s to 25s, only about 2 or 3 30-year-olds on that pitch here tonight. Whereas on the Real Mallorca squad, most of them are older. Now, for the other centre-backs, we have Carl Starfelt, the Swedish centre-back, another Swedish player in this squad. and we have Javi Rodriguez. Decent center backs, they are the starting 11 that Celta Vigo usually have, so no surprises there. And in goalkeeper for Celta tonight, we have Vicente Gaita. So, as you can see, no surprises for Celta Vigo tonight. We do have to remember the bench for both teams. Looking at the Mallorca bench, they have some very, very big players to bring on. They have Johan Mojica, who's been great for Real Mallorca recently. We have Pablo Maffeo, who last time out against FC Barcelona was an amazing player. You have Chiquinho, Sergi Dorder, excellent player, Abdon Prats, the second all-time goal scorer for this club with 55 goals, and the man himself, Vedat Muriqi, also on the bench. And Manu Morales, of course, and plenty of more players. Mallorca have quite a heavy bench out there tonight that they will be depending on to use. So we cannot forget about that. Now, looking at the Celta Vigo bench, they do not have many players that they can bring out tonight. They don't have much of a heavy bench. They're actually missing a few players due to a few injuries. But of course, as I said earlier, they do have that danger man, Iago Aspas, who is the player you want to use if you want goals. But luckily for Mallorca, they're a very good defensive side. So, looking at possible injuries tonight, Pablo Maffeo might not be coming on tonight because he did get injured last time out and they did have to sub him off. So, they are doubting whether he's going to come out tonight. Of course, Real Mallorca do have Takuma Asano, the Japanese star who's been waiting to play for a while now. He's been injured for so long. He's been injured for such a while now. And maybe the question is he going to come out again tonight? He's not played since the beginning of the season. So we will see. Of course, Robert Navarro, he is starting tonight, but he did get also hurt last match. A lot of these players on this squad are doubtful because, as I said earlier, they've had lots of minutes, very fatigued, but we will see what comes of it. That's why there are plenty of substitutions and plenty of rotations that Real Mallorca have made, of course. So we'll see what comes of that. Now, if we do talk about history, experience, then, Celta Vigo definitely have the side on that. Celta Vigo, a club with massive history out here. So I'm just going to interrupt real quick. This is the Celta Vigo's last match that they're showing here on the screen. As I said, they lost 3-1 to Espanyol last time out for Celta Vigo. But, if they were the better side, you can argue, 80% of possession, 16 shots on. So Celta Vigo were definitely better than them, but it seems that they couldn't bring home the 3 points, and Espanyol were just more accurate with their chances. Now, as I was saying earlier, if we're talking about history, then Celta Vigo played a total of 59 seasons in the first division, whereas Real Mallorca have only played a total of 9 seasons in the first division. Yes, 9 seasons. Compare that to 59, and it's just a mind-blowing fact. So Real Mallorca relatively new to the first division, and relatively, history speaking, not a massive team at all, whereas Celta Vigo are massive, so 59 seasons, it's very impressive. And if we talk about major European cups, Celta Vigo have also appeared in the Champions League, but only once back in 2004. I do believe Real Mallorca have appeared twice in the Champions League. But if we talk Europa League, they have appeared in 8 different occasions and even reaching the semi-finals back in 2017, where they did get knocked out by Manchester United. Of course, Manchester United, a very tough opponent, so you have to give them the respect. To Celta Vigo, they got knocked out, I believe, playing at Old Trafford, where Marcus Rashford scored the winning goal, of course. Marcus Rashford, what a player that guy is. But hey, we're here to talk about Mallorca, not about Marcus Rashford. Now, of course, a victory tonight is so important for Real Mallorca, sitting at 6th place. And, the last time Real Mallorca finished 5th place in the league was back in 2010, where Abdon Prats was in that 2010 squad. And here he is tonight on the bench. He is still here, still going. So hopefully he can see his team make history again. They're sitting at 6th, but if they get the win tonight, they'll go back up to 5th. And if they can keep up the form during the season, then who knows what could happen. They could make history again. They're definitely not far from it. So they just need to keep it up this season. But of course, it's not going to be an easy matchup tonight. Round 16 of LaLiga, in case anyone did not know. Mallorca, of course, as I said earlier, they are a game ahead. So even if they win tonight, the other teams still have, sorry, not a game ahead, they're a game in front is what I meant to say. So even if they do bring home the 3 points tonight, they still have to wait for the opponent's results. And, they could get taken over, but they just need to keep up the good form because they've started the season off so strong here for Real Mallorca. And whereas we look at Celta Vigo, they're definitely not doing too good. As we can see here at the Celta Vigo stadium, it is pouring down. So that's definitely going to be a disadvantage on the players. Spain, not usually a place where it rains too often. But as you can see, it is pouring down. So, especially the Mallorca players will not be used to rain as it never rains here at Son Mosh. I can confirm that. So the rain is definitely going to be a tough thing for that. We're just 6 minutes away here from kickoff. We're going to go to our correspondent now to hear some words from a Celta Vigo legend. A very important game. We have to perform better than Barca. What is your spirit for tonight? We're 6th place. We're still 6th place, so it doesn't matter. We lost. We just need to win tonight. We need to continue. Last time we won 0-1 here. Hopefully it can repeat. Well, yeah, we've come here 2 years in a row now, and it's been very positive. So hopefully we can bring home the 3 points tonight. Two players making their starting debut tonight. What do you think of that? Yeah, they're two players that, we have to start playing them. We have to give them opportunities. And, the manager has to count on them. As the manager said, these two players have been training hard. So these two players deserve to start in the lineup. And, Yabres, a very young player. So they have to continue. How have the away fans been this season? Well, yeah, it's been very good. We're seeing how they're responding these last seasons. They've been filling up the stadiums. And every time it's getting bigger. And we feel very honored for this. And, we want to reward the fans. We want to bring a plane out for away fans. And hopefully they can push us on. And last season they were very good. And this season is going to be good in the Supercopa. Thank you very much. Those were the words from Alfonso, a Mallorca corporate business owner and also a legend for the club. A very respected man, of course. Now we're just 4 minutes away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere because we're going to get started soon. And we have a very exciting match ahead of us. And, as he said, he just took the words from my mouth. It's such an important result here tonight for Real Mallorca, despite the last match losing 5-1. They don't have to let this get in their head, They just have to be proud of what they've done, and they have to keep on going and keep on working. And as he did say, the fans have been great this season. I can confirm that. I have been at the stadiums. I've seen it all. The fans have been great. So, the Real Mallorca fans have to keep this up. Despite playing away, the Real Mallorca fans have been traveling more every season more and more often. So, you know, the club, the squad definitely feels that when the fans are being good to them. And you could just feel it in that FC Barcelona squad. You could feel the energy in there. Despite even losing 5-1, they were cheering on, and proud of their team. So we are 3 minutes away from kickoff here. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. It's going to be a great match. As you can see here, they're doing a light show. It's a massive, the ambience is crazy from what I'm hearing in the stadium from the correspondent. Everyone is bouncing and jumping around. The players are walking out the tunnel now. So it's going to be a great match. I wish I was there. You know, you could feel the energy there. Everyone is bouncing around. So it's going to be a good match, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Out of the last 3 matches, Mallorca have conceded 3 penalties so far. Hopefully, there is no penalty here tonight. We're trying to get through to this correspondent now. Our correspondent is saying that there at the Estadio de Balaídos, the ambient is crazy. The atmosphere in there and the fans are jumping around and the light show is great. Those are the words I'm getting from the correspondent at the minute. Our correspondent says that, you know, we are looking at 2 teams with massive local fans and it's going to be a tough match for Real Mallorca. And, you know, the crazier the ambient is, the harder the fans are, the harder it is for Mallorca. It is going to be for them to win here tonight. And from what I've seen, it's definitely not going to be an easy match. Looking at the squad, not only looking at the squad, but also looking at the fans at the stadium and the ambience that they have going on. Now, despite Celta Vigo's recent results not looking too good, losing their last 4 matches in a row. They have not won a single match yet. Out of their last 5, they've only won 1, so it's not been great for them. Despite these poor results, you cannot sleep on the players that they have out there tonight. Very dangerous players, you know. Borja Iglesias starting up front with 4 goals this season, and Iago Aspas on the bench with 5 goals this season and 209 goals for his club. So a very important player. Real Mallorca will really, really need to be on their toes here tonight. And unlike the Barcelona match, they cannot afford to make these small errors. I do believe you could say the reason it all went wrong against FC Barcelona was just because of the little details, the little slip-ups that they managed to make. You know, the poor clearance from the first goal and then a penalty given away for the second goal. You know, if that wouldn't have happened, it could have been a totally different result that night. So it's just the little mistakes that Real Mallorca need to correct here for them to get back in the game. And especially when you're playing against a big team like FC Barcelona, who's at the top of the table, you can't afford to make mistakes like that because you'll pay the price. But we have seen from the past that those mistakes can cost you. When they did play against Atletico Madrid not long ago at San Mosh, they did lose 0-1 just due to a little error, a small mistake, a giveaway of a goal. Now we are kicking off any second now. We're just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle and we're going to get in the way. And we are on the way now, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Valgent just playing back into Mateo Jauma here. Into Raillo in the middle of the pitch. Rayo, a centre back who's been playing all season, who's been looking very sharp this season, an important centre back for Real Mallorca. Javi Abres with the ball. Celta just playing defense here now. Mallorca just directly pushing up, already going for that goal. As I said, both teams are going to be going for the goal tonight. Real Mallorca will not want to hold back because if they do, then Celta Vigo, I think, will make the most of that. Looking at the lineup tonight, I'm personally asking you this question. Would you make any changes in this squad? If you ask me the question, I think this is a decent squad to head out with here tonight. You know, so many tired and fatigued players that do need rest and the rotation of the squad. Of course, it is important you head out with your best when you need the 3 points, but the players do need rest. And, we saw what happened when they played against FC Barcelona. They didn't start their 11 squad. And, you could say they did pay the price for it. I think when you play against a big team like that, you need your best players. But of course, 3 matches in a week is, it's a lot of minutes of football. So I think the manager is doing good for what he has. Samu Costa with the ball, just trying to cross it into Amar Mascarell. Mallorca just picking up the rhythm here, just playing quick, doing good, very good here. Rayo just stopping the ball, not letting that Celta Vigo player go. Mallorca playing the ball quick here, not wasting any time at all. Valgen into Mateo Jaume. Mateo Jaume into Dani Rodriguez here. Navarro here, Mallorca putting on the pressure. It's a throw-in here for Real Mallorca. Real Mallorca, definitely a team that you don't want to give any set pieces to. A very dangerous team when it comes to set pieces. Actually, the team with the least conceded set pieces in the league. Of course, Celta Vigo are playing free at the back here tonight, so you just wonder, will Mallorca be able to make them pay for that? Playing free at the back, you are playing with less defenders. Celta Vigo going more offensive, and they would need to, as to Real Mallorca being such a good defensive squad. So, can Real Mallorca make the most of Celta Vigo playing free at the back? We will see here tonight. As I said earlier, we cannot forget the important players that Real Mallorca have on the bench tonight. It is a very good, decent starting 11, despite the rotations, despite always changing up the lineup this week. We've had a different lineup every time, but for what's been happening for the fatigue of the squad, I think Jacob Arrasate is doing a fascinating job, And if you look at the results and at the table, sitting at 6th place, 24 points, you can't complain, can you? It's an excellent result here for Real Mallorca. But of course, that has been the controversial point of this week for the people who don't know, is the starting 11 that's been switching up all the time. Lots of player rotations at the minute. Celta Vigo just trying to get that ball into Borja Iglesias. Of course, a very dangerous striker, someone you do not want to leave the ball with alone. They're going to need a man on him every time. Taking a long shot here, just sending it over wide. What a shot that was. A very, very dangerous shot. Celta Vigo here with a long shot, just going wide. Real Mallorca do not want to fall asleep at any minute during this match. They cannot let any errors take this match away from them. It's a lovely effort here from Celta Vigo taking the long shot on. They definitely have enough quality to attempt those type of shots. Just gets enough power on it, but just can't keep it from going over. But it's a lovely effort. What a shot that is. Jacob Arrasate just sitting down here, not maybe feeling a bit nervous. Kai Larin gets his head on it. Just goes right into the keeper's hands. It's a lovely effort there from Kai Larin to get his head on the ball, but the keeper just gets to it. Doesn't create much danger. Celta Vigo just playing from out the back now. Borja Iglesias trying everything he can to get that ball, making all the runs possible. 6 minutes in here now. We've had a great match so far. You could say from both sides. You know, 1 minute it's for Mallorca and Mallorca's putting on the counterattack, and the next is for Celta. You never know which way these matches are going to go. Only 6 minutes in here. We still have a long way to go, so we'll see what comes of it. Still plenty of players on the bench to come on and much more action to come. Mallorca switching to the right-hand side now. Rayo on the ball. Rayo just trying to play from the back into Dominic Grave, who was not in the starting lineup last time out here. As I said earlier, Le Roman was the starting goalkeeper who's on the bench tonight, who had an excellent match against FC Barcelona. Danny Rodriguez wants the ball here, asking for it. Ball just going into Dominic Graves' hands here. Just looking to play out from the back here, Real Mallorca. Not shy to play out from the back, not kicking up. You know, they want to start from behind. As to Celta Vigo, both teams, I believe, are trying to play from at the back. Celta just struggling to get the ball back here. Mallorca holding a good amount of the possession, and that's what they want to do throughout this game. Just make Celta Vigo nervous on the ball. Dominic Grave playing into Rayo. That seems to be the combination these days for Real Mallorca. Rayo into Dominic Grave. Playing it out on the right-hand side again. Mallorca just seem to be using that right-hand side a lot. Kai Larin, lovely touch here from Kai Larin to bring the ball down. Valgen into Omar Mascarey. Mateo Jaume, not confident on the ball, just playing it back here. Doesn't want to take it forward on himself. Van der Heyden here, the Belgium left back, making his first start of the season here. Actually, his debut for Real Mallorca. Valgen just trying to play the long ball into Javi Abres. Javi Abres taking a lovely touch. Mallorca just putting on the pressure here. Doesn't look like he had many options. Real Mallorca just playing out back now. Real Mallorca playing back here, not trying to lose that ball at all, just playing it safe. Van der Heyden into Kai Larin. Ball no good. Ball just gone to Celta Vigo here. "10 minutes in here in the match, and it's been a very interesting match so far from these two sides. Getting word from the correspondent here that both of the managers are standing up. None of them are sitting down at the minute. Celta playing from out the back here now. Mallorca just starting to lose the possession. As I said, this match could really go both ways. I think going into the second half is going to be very important looking at the result. If Mallorca can go in to the second half with a draw, that would be good for them. Marcos Alonso, the very, very experienced Chelsea Barcelona player here. Played in all types of European competitions, even winning a Champions League. Back into Marcos Alonso again here. Marcos Alonso just struggling to get the ball out. Just can't seem to get rid of it. Borja Iglesias dribbling, trying to get through. No good. Dani Rodriguez with the ball here now, trying to cross it into Robert Navarro. No good. Robert Navarro just stopped the play there. Didn't feel confident on the ball. Ball gone back into Rayo here. Van der Heyden just trying to play out on this left-hand side a bit more. Mallorca keep on playing through that right-hand side. Van der Heyden maybe trying to say, hey, let's use this left-hand side too. The Belgium left back making his debut for Real Mallorca here. Mallorca good at getting the ball back here. Omar Mascarell been really heavy in that midfield, been very good. Very good pressure there from Van der Heyden. Trying to put the cross into Robert Navarro here. Real Mallorca just can't seem to get the final steps on here. Mallorca getting the ball back here again. Mallorca very good at recovering the ball. Mallorca good at putting on the pressure here. Good at pushing out from the back. They're just missing the final step to put the ball in the back of the net. Of course, Celta Vigo defensively been very good here this match. Despite having three at the back, they've been very, very good defensively. Robert Navarro trying to get the ball in through here. Just tries to put it into Kai Larin, but Kai Larin doesn't seem to read the play well, and the ball just goes over. Very, very unfortunate chance there for Real Mallorca. Kai Larin just couldn't read the play. Celta Vigo playing out from the back here. It's been a decent first 14 minutes to the match here. I would give the advantage side to Real Mallorca for now. Being very good recovering the ball when they lose it and good at putting on the pressure at the minute. Just to look at Iago Aspas there on the bench, the man himself, the goal scorer for this team, you know, a player with massive, massive history. When this team 500 total appearances, 16 seasons at this club, and 209 goals. So you could say more than just an important player for this squad, but will probably retire to be a Celta Vigo legend. Dani Rodriguez clearing the ball out here. None of these teams really finding the build-up play they need. Mallorca just starting to lack a little bit in rhythm. Borja Iglesias just trying to get the ball, but Van der Heyden just not letting him breathe. You know, they're just on that Borja Iglesias. They're on him. They know he's the main man of danger up front at the minute, and they're not letting him breathe at all. Constantly pressuring him, constantly pushing and shoving, not letting him get the ball at any minute of the game, which I think that is the tactic for here tonight. Stop Borja Iglesias, and if that man Iago Aspas comes on, do the same thing with him. He is on the ground here. I don't believe that it's anything serious. He is getting up now, but he did look a bit hurt. Hopefully nothing too serious there. It is Antonio Rayo that is on the ground. Hopefully he is okay. He is a player that has dealt with injuries this season. He's just recovered from injury, so it would be a shame if he goes off here. Borja Iglesias just hits him with the boot, just right on his livers. He should be all right. Van der Heyden having a very good performance so far. You know, very great debut at the minute. Hopefully he keeps up this performance throughout the game, and I'm sure Jacob Arrasate will be very happy with his debut so far. Mallorca just losing the rhythm a bit now. They had much more of a momentum going on just a few minutes ago. I just think they're starting to lose it here now. Celta Vigo holding most of the possession now. Mallorca were holding at the beginning of the match, but I think Celta Vigo are just starting to get it here more now. Martin Valgens putting it into the box. Omar Moscanet was just arriving behind there and making the Celta Vigo player nervous. Robert Navarro just been stepped on here, but the play is going to continue. Celta Vigo just trying to cross it into Borja Iglesias, but they can't seem to get the cross on. I think that is their, as I said, I think that's their tactic for tonight. Give all the balls to Borja Iglesias, plenty of crosses, plenty of free balls. But those Mallorca defenders are just not letting him breathe. It does look like quite a heavy foul there on Robert Navarro. And my correspondents here are saying that probably should have been a yellow card, but the referee has not given it. And it definitely looked like foul. Does look like he steps on his ankle there. Could have been very dangerous. Samu Costa getting the ball back. Of course, Mallorca, a very good team at recovering the ball when they don't have possession. Yeah, he does just step, just not on his ankle, but just on his foot there. Definitely clips him. Probably should have been a yellow card. Foul here for Real Mallorca. Foul on Robert Navarro. Could be dangerous here. Real Mallorca, a very, very good team when it comes to set pieces. Is the team with the highest win rate of aerial battles in the whole league. So definitely a team that you don't want to give easy set pieces to. Kyle Larin just trying to get to that ball, but just couldn't reach it. Ball is gone too long. First 20 minutes in this match here. You could say that Dominic Grave, the Mallorca keeper, hasn't had much work to do here. I don't believe Celta Vigo have had a shot on yet. I think Real Mallorca have had about 2 shots on in total, I believe. So if we are looking at stats in Real Mallorca, Arch is looking that little bit better. But I do believe that within these last minutes, they are dropping the rhythm a little bit. Dani Rodriguez just stopping, not going through with the ball there, trying to play it back maybe a little bit. Yeah, playing it back to Omar Mascarell. Omar. Mallorca just starting to play the ball a bit more back now, just not trying to rush it out. All types of big names on that Real Mallorca bench tonight, you know, Leo Roman, Abdom Prats, Velat Muriqi, lots of more names on that Real Mallorca bench. They've got a very, very decent bench yet to come on. So they do have those weapons on the bench if they are struggling. Of course, it's not very usual for a team to make a goalkeeper substitution unless the goalkeeper is injured. So I do not think that Leo Roman will be coming on here tonight. Johan Mojica there on the bench, just looking eager. Probably has the feeling that he wants to come on already. Mingueza playing back here for Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo trying to play from at the back defensively. Marcos Alonso with the ball. Into Starfield. Starfield into Mingueza. Celta playing good with the ball here, not losing it too much. Celta putting on the pressure here on Real Mallorca. Celta just starting to look a little bit less shy now, attacking a lot more here, being much more offensive. As I did say, they are a better offensive side than Real Mallorca. What a save there from Dominic Grave. Dominic Grave just coming out, getting it just before the Celta Vigo player. It was an excellent effort there from Celta Vigo, a very dangerous one. I believe that is the first test that Dominic Grave has had this whole match. That's the real first occasion that Celta Vigo have had. Wow. Also, what a cross from the Celta Vigo player there. A lovely effort from Celta Vigo. As I said, that's just the first test that Celta Vigo have put to Dominic Grave in this match today. What a ball that was. First touch, just crosses it in. Dominic Grave just stretches out his body to get the cross. Of course, a massive goalkeeper. You know, look at his long arms. He's such a massive goalkeeper. Perfect for interrupting crosses, really. It was a very good first-time cross there from the Celta Vigo right back. But, of course, there was just no one at the first post to get their foot on. Celta Vigo, just as I was saying just a second ago, starting to push out a bit more, not looking too shy, being a lot more offensive now here. Real Mallorca need to watch how they cannot afford to make any small mistakes. If we do look at the stats for Celta Vigo, surprisingly, they are actually one of the lowest at scoring headers and crosses. But when it comes to scoring goals, shooting on target, they are the second highest in the league with the most accuracy. So I don't believe, I mean, it looks like they're going more for crosses, trying to put the crosses into Borja Iglesias. But when it comes to stats, they are one of the lowest at scoring crosses and headers. So the question is, will they start switching up the style of play in the second half? Dani Rodriguez trying to play with Omar Mascarell, but just not succeeding here. Ball gone to Javi Rodriguez. Celta Vigo now just trying to pick the rhythm back up, trying to get their team organized. Of course, Celta Vigo had the rhythm. They probably do not want to lose it here. So they're just trying to get their team back on track. Javi Rodriguez just cutting out the pass there from the Real Mallorca. Celta Vigo just trying to get their team back on their feet here. They look very disorganized. They just need to get back in position and play from at the back. Kailarin having an excellent touch here. He's just holding the ball, just doesn't want to lose it. Van der Heyden into Samu Costa. The Portuguese player just playing it short into Rayo. Samu Costa has been an excellent player here for Real Mallorca, a very important one, who's been having such a great season, one of his best, and also been playing lots of minutes with his international team, Portugal, playing along big names. You know, you have some massive names in that squad. You know, it's one of the biggest international teams in Europe, and he's been having plenty of minutes recently playing for that Nations League Cup, playing with Bruno Fernandes, you know, Rafael Leao, and one of the best players to ever exist, Cristiano Ronaldo. Grave clearing the ball, smashing it up front. Just Celta Vigo player making him clear it there. Celta Vigo putting on the pressure offensively. Mingueza taking the throw in here for Celta Vigo. Marco Alonso into Hugo Alvarez. Celta Vigo playing from out the back here. Mallorca putting on some good pressure, not letting Celta Vigo playing from out the back. Celta Vigo just want to start playing from out the back, but Mallorca putting on the correct pressure offensively to not let them play from out the back. As long as that ball stays away from the Mallorcan goalkeeper, Dominic Grave, then I believe Real Mallorca are on good track. It's a throw in here for Van der Heyden, the Belgium left back for Real Mallorca. Borja Iglesias just been fouled here. Referee plays the advantage and then gives the foul to Celta Vigo. Samu Costa just complaining about Borja Iglesias, saying that he just falls over too easily with the slightest contact. So Samu Costa not happy with Borja Iglesias here. Just saying that he's been too weak, that he just falls over too easily. Of course, you can't take anything away from Borja Iglesias. He's been a very important player for Celta Vigo, not just this season, but last season as well. And last 2-3 seasons, I'd say he's been in good shape, scoring plenty of goals for his team. Hugo Alvarez pushing up, trying to play it from the back, but Mallorca not allowing it. Celta Vigo not really sure. Looks like they don't really know what to do here, as Mallorca are not letting them play from at the back. Mingueza being fouled here. Referee letting it play on. Celta Vigo just playing from at the back. Martin Valgen clearing the ball there for Real Mallorca. It looked dangerous there from Celta Vigo. The ball just went into the box. And Valgen just clearing it. It's a throw in here for Celta Vigo. Very dangerous chance there from Celta Vigo. Just putting in the cross. and no one seemed to be there to get it. Valgent just clearing it. Very dangerous chance there. As I said, luckily for Real Mallorca, they can't afford to make any errors here. Samu Costa falling down here. Referee not giving the foul. Celta Vigo taking the shot on. And it's off the crossbar. And in the net. It's a goal here for Celta Vigo. But I'm not sure if it's a foul or not. I'm getting words here that it might be a foul. 31st minute here. And Celta Vigo have scored their first goal. But again, as I said, I'm not sure if it's a goal or not. I don't know if we're going to take it to VAR. What a shot that is from the Celta Vigo player, from Hugo Alvarez here. I'm getting a word here from our correspondent that it is a goal and it will not be going to VAR. It is the first goal here. They just get the ball off of Samu Costa there. Is it a foul? Is it not? The referee claims not. So they just take the foul off of Samu Costa there. Ball just gets passed into Hugo Alvarez, and Hugo Alvarez absolutely smashes it into that top right corner. It's an excellent shot by Hugo Alvarez. It's such a shame. As I was just saying a few minutes earlier, it's a mistake. It's a giveaway there from Samu Costa. Does he get fouled? Does he not? Either way, just can't be losing the ball there. And Hugo Alvarez just smashes it into the top right corner. There's no saving that. You can't say anything to the keeper there. What a lovely shot that is. You know, there's two players on him and he's dribbling in the box. I just think one of them should have pushed out a bit earlier. They just let him, take the touch, put it onto his right foot and take the shot, and no one pushes him. What a shot that is. Just bounces off the top right crossbar and into the net. No saving that. What a shot. Wow. But as I was saying, Celta Vigo, these last few minutes were just putting on the pressure a bit more. Mallorca were being good, not letting them play from at the back, but when it came to the offensive side on Celta Vigo, they were looking dangerous. They had a few good chances there. What a goal that was there from Hugo Alvarez. But, as I was saying, Mallorca were doing very good. They weren't letting them push out from the back. They weren't letting them get close to their box. But when they had those one or two chances, they were very dangerous. And you could say, just due to a little slip up, another error, just losing the ball here, Celta Vigo made the most of it. Because Samu Costa did get the ball back there, but just wasn't sure what to do with it when he had the ball there. And then he does fall down to the ground, gets shoved by the Celta Vigo player. Referee says no foul, and Hugo Alvarez gets the ball, puts it on his right foot, smashes it into that top corner. Again, I'm going to say, I just have to appreciate how good that shot was. What a shot that was from the Hugo Alvarez, the young player there. I will have to see a replay on that later. I don't know if it was a foul or not. I didn't really get to see much of a replay. I'll need to check it later, see if there's much on it. But it's such a shame for Real Mallorca to just give away a goal like that, because I just think it just was an error, a little mistake there. And, the left mid, Hugo Alvarez, made the most of it. The Spanish 21-year-old. What a shot that was there from him. Such a shame here. There's about 11 minutes to go plus extra time till the end of the first half. Can Real Mallorca bring it back? Real Mallorca are actually the highest team in the league that usually get an equalizer before the end of the first half. As we can recognize, Real Mallorca score loads of goals, usually in the 40th minute. So the question is, can they do it here before the end of the first half? Mallorca putting on the pressure now, starting to push out from their box into the Celta Vigo's half. Samu Costa putting in the cross. Kailarin trying to take a touch, but just couldn't bring it down. Omar Mascarell just being forced to play back to the Real Mallorca defenders here. Mallorca clearing the ball. Mallorca pushing out a lot more. Van der Heyden, the left back, Belgium for Real Mallorca, having a very good first half here. He's looking very solid for his first match for the club. Of course, in case you have missed out and you have not realized yet, it is his debut, the Belgium left back, and he's having an excellent match here. You can't take it away from him. He's playing the ball out well. He's not lost it once, I don't think. He's connecting all the passes. He's there on the Celta Vigo strikers when he needs to be there, pushing them, shoving them, and not letting them get the ball at all. Just getting word here. I'm just listening to what our partners are saying about what they thought about that goal. My partners think that it was just like a bit of a duel there on Samu Costa. He does use his arms, but they think it is completely normal that the Real Mallorca players claim that foul. Now, I would like to see that replay later. It's a header there from Real Mallorca, and the Celta Vigo goalkeeper just saving it. What a save that was. It's a header there from Rayo, and the Celta Vigo goalkeeper just stretching out to save it. That has to be one of Real Mallorca's best chances here yet so far. As I said to you, they are the team with the most goals in the 40th minutes plus above in the league. So can they bring it back just before the end of the first half here? What a header that was there from Rayo. A lovely save, of course, from the Celta Vigo goalkeeper, Vicente Guatiana. Fer Lopez on the ground here. He's looking very hurt. I do not know if he'll be able to continue the Celta Vigo right back here. He just looks like he's hurt himself. Yeah, just getting word here that Celta Vigo is going to be making the change. Fer Lopez just looks hurt. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what's happened there. It just looks like he's not going to be able to continue. I believe they are making the substitute now. Real Mallorca just playing now. Celta have one player less as Fer Lopez is off of the pitch at the minute. Iago Aspas is going to warm up. That's the word I'm getting from the correspondent here. It looks like Fer Lopez is going to be coming off for Iago Aspas. Such a shame there for Fer Lopez, the young Spanish right winger for Celta Vigo. You know, he's been in great form recently. He's just only 20 years old. As I said, Celta Vigo, a very young squad in general. Can Real Mallorca just get a goal before the end of the first half here? There's about 5 minutes plus extra time yet to go. Iago Aspas coming on early for Celta Vigo. Of course, it's definitely not great news for Real Mallorca. Probably the most dangerous player on that squad, Iago Aspas. Such a shame. As my partners are just saying here, you know, I think it's been a very equal match from both sides. It's definitely been very 50-50, but the difference is Celta Vigo are just punishing for Mallorca for those little errors that they make. And, you know, coming off of the Barcelona match, They can't afford to make these little errors. Fer Lopez looks like, I'm just seeing a replay here, he's just coming off just because of a little clash he had between Dani Rodriguez. It looks like he just landed badly on his ankle. Iago Aspas coming on for Celta Vigo now. He's just taken his warm-up t-shirt off. It looks like he's going to be coming on now. Robert Navarro putting the ball into Kailarin. Kailarin taking the shot. But again, what a shot that was from Kailarin. But again, the Celta Vigo goalkeeper again with another save. Real Mallorca definitely testing this Celta Vigo goalkeeper now, Vicente Guaita. Definitely testing him now a lot more. Mallorca just want that goal before they go into the second half. Javi Llabres switching the ball, trying to put it in the box. Real Mallorca just keep on trying to get that ball in the box here. Robert Navarro just hitting that ball over. It was a good idea, but it was just no good. 42nd minute of the match here. Just 3 minutes plus extra time to go. Celta Vigo kicking the ball out here so they can make the substitution. Iago Aspas coming in for Fer Lopez, who has to come off injured, unfortunately, for the 20-year-old Spaniard. Such a shame for Celta Vigo and for this young man here for him to come off so early during the match. But luckily for Celta Vigo, of course, Iago Aspas, I mean, the words to describe this player is such an amazing striker for this club. A club legend already, and he's still here playing. 209 goals for his club, 500 appearances, and 16 seasons with the club. It's not good news at all here for Real Mallorca. Javi Rodriguez picking up a yellow card here. Javi Rodriguez just getting a yellow card for pushing the Mallorca player, Javi Llabres. One Javi pushing another Javi. So he will be getting a yellow card for that. The Celta Vigo player here. Real Mallorca definitely not out of this match. You know, the match is still equal despite the result. So Real Mallorca just need to start to switch on the engine. And of course, they still have plenty of players on the bench to bring on. Hugo Alvarez kicking the ball up here. Two minutes have been added on. 2 minutes of extra time here. Iago Aspas trying to play from at the back here. Celta Vigo trying to put in the cross, but cleared by Real Mallorca here. Samu Costa pressing the Celta Vigo players. Celta Vigo just trying to look for that goal before they go into the second half. Aspas into Borja Iglesias, a very dangerous combination up here up front that they have. It's a foul here. Very, very, very dangerous foul being given away here. Celta Vigo could make it 2 here. Very dangerous position for Real Mallorca to deal with. Getting word here that the players saying that it was never a foul. Lots of Real Mallorca players complaining about that foul, claiming it was never a foul. I'm going to take a look at the replay. I don't actually think there was enough on that foul to be given, but the referee has given the foul anyways. He's not going to listen to me, is he? It looks like Iago Aspas might take the free kick here for Celta Vigo. A very dangerous position here. Could they make it 2-0 right before the end of the first half? Shot no good. Low shot taken, just trying to put it under the wall, but it was no good. Shot gone off target. No danger at all here. Dominic Grave taking the goal kick now. And the whistle has been blown. That is the end of the first half here. Getting word here from the correspondent that the Real Mallorca players are going in to the dressing room not happy at all. You know, getting word that Danny Rodriguez is talking to the Celta Vigo player. He's talking with Borja Iglesias, complaining about the fouls while they're walking into the tunnel here. First half over here. It's 1-0 for Celta Vigo. Looking at the replay, that was a lovely free kick, by the way, taken by Iago Aspas. A lovely effort. But 1-0 to Celta Vigo here. Mallorca just lacking a bit, I would say, offensive sides. Maybe, you know, they have had some great efforts. I'd say it's very 50-50 in general, this match. But Celta Vigo just made Real Mallorca pay for their errors. As I said, it's the tiny slip-ups that really get Real Mallorca. If we do look at that goal that they scored, the only decent chance they had, it was just because of a little mistake, really, because of a little slip-up. So, end of the first half here. There's lots and lots more action to go into the second half. This match is only getting started. We're going to take a little break here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We've still got lots more to talk about that first half and plenty more action in the second half. Don't go anywhere.
copa.
¿No tienes personalidad suficiente para decirle a este tío que no haga eso?
Y al final tuve que intervenir, ¿sabes? Yo mando, cabrón, cállate ya, cállate ya.
¡Joder! ¡Joder!
quieren algo grande, estar en la antesala de.
Te pones en la situación llegando al estadio, viendo a tu familia, todos los aficionados del Mallorca y se te ponen los pelos de punta.
From the first day I came here, everything went wrong.
Él estaba liquidado, física y mentalmente, liquidado. Y entonces se me ocurrió que merecía jugar y lo puse en la copa.
¿No tienes personalidad suficiente para decirle a este tío que no haga eso?
Y al final tuve que intervenir, ¿sabes? Yo mando, cabrón, cállate ya, cállate ya.
¡Joder! ¡Joder!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the beginning of the second half. That was the end of the first half there. We had a very equal side, I would say, from this first half. If we look at the stats, Mallorca have actually had 4 shots, and out of those 4 shots, all 4 were on target, whereas Celta Vigo have only had 2 shots and 1 on target. Now, realistically, this game has been very equal from both sides. Mallorca, I think we're good from about the first till the, I would say, all the way up until the about 20th minute, and then Celta Vigo picked the rhythm back up again, and then when they scored and say in the 35th minute, Mallorca started to get the rhythm back more. So I would say it has gone very both sides. And if we talk about chances, Real Mallorca have had way more chances and much better chances. Whereas Celta Vigo, on the other hand, they are winning 1-0, but they have not had as many good chances. Barely any. They've not been testing Dominic Grave, the Real Mallorca goalkeeper, very often. Now, Real Mallorca made this little error. Samu Costa on the edge of the box. He just got the ball back from a Celta Vigo player, and as he got it back, he lost it again on a pretty controversial foul that was not given. Some people saying it was, some people saying it wasn't. I'm sure we'll take a look at the replay after. And it was a supposed foul on Samu Costa. The Celta Vigo players got it back, passed it in, and Hugo Alvarez put it on his right foot and smashed it into that top right corner. But despite this little error that Real Mallorca gave away, despite that, the game has been very 50-50 from both sides. I would even give it to Mallorca just due to the chances that they've had. As I said, 4 shots on target. They've been very lethal. They just can't manage to score. You have to give it to that Celta Vigo goalkeeper who's been on his feet, Vicente Gaita. He has saved all of them. So, he's probably been one of the best players on that Celta Vigo squad, saving his team from going down. Now, if we look at the Real Mallorca squad, no one in general has really been giving much. I would say Dani Rodriguez was probably the best player on that squad at the minute, but no one is really giving much. I do have to give it, though, to Siebe van der Heyden, the Belgium left back for Real Mallorca, who's making his debut, who I can say has had an excellent match so far. Probably my favorite in that squad here tonight. He's just been so lethal on the ball. He's not been losing it at all. He's been holding his possession. He's connected all the passes. I don't believe he's lost the ball once yet. And not only from that, he's also not letting the Celta Vigo attackers breathe. He is constantly on Borja Iglesias, not letting him get through, not letting him take a touch. He's just on him. So I have to give it to him. He's been probably so far my favorite player. Now, on this first half, in case you did miss it, ladies and gentlemen, Fer Lopez came off injured, the Celta Vigo right winger, came off injured due to a clash that he had with Dani Rodriguez. It was a clash. They were both going for the ball and they just hit each other, and he did fall badly on his ankle, the 20-year-old Spaniard. So very unfortunate for him. He did have to come off on the 43rd minute, and Iago Aspas came on to replace him, a very, very, very dangerous player for Celta Vigo, one of the best in history for Celta Vigo. In case you missed it, the first half, he does have a total of 209 goals with the club, 16 seasons played, and I mean, just with those numbers, been an amazing player so far. He's had 5 goals for LaLiga this season with Celta Vigo, so definitely not good news for Real Mallorca for him to be coming on early, but do not fear here. It's definitely not over here for Real Mallorca. They have some massive players yet to come on the bench. Some massive names. They have Manu Marlaji, Der, Abdon Prats, Chiquinho, Vedat Muriqi, who scored last time out against Barcelona. Just some massive names they have yet to come on. So anyways, sorry about that. The game started, didn't even realize. We're going to continue here with the match. 46th minute. it's been a very exciting first match. As I said, very equal. And I definitely think Real Mallorca are still in this match and can bring it back. It's just the thing is with that Celta Vigo squad, as I said earlier, they know how to punish you when you make mistakes. And Mallorca just slipped up once and they paid the price for that one little mistake. Looking at the stats, Real Mallorca were definitely better. They've had the most chances. They've been much more on target, but Celta Vigo know how to punish this team when they make mistakes, and that's what they did to get that first goal. Anyways, Real Mallorca playing from out the back here. I just think Mallorca are definitely going to want to be pushing more. I could say they have been unlucky to not score yet. I think they've been doing everything right. It's just those little slip-ups that have cost them the goals every time. And as I said, still some massive big players on the bench. So it's definitely not over here for Real Mallorca in any way. This match, they're definitely still in it. Iago Aspas playing it through ball. Rayo into Martin Valgent here. Mallorca just trying to get close to that Celta Vigo penalty area as close as they can in the second half. They just want to put on all the pressure they can to try and get that first goal. Iago Aspas looking for that ball, eager to get it. I'm sure he is very hungry for a goal this match. Guy Larin getting his head on it, and it's just gone wide. It's a goal kick here for the Celta Vigo goalkeeper, Aguaita. A excellent effort there from Guy Larin. That's the first shot they've had that hasn't been on target. He just tries to get there. Just gets there just a bit late and just can't quite seem to get the connection that he wanted. Lovely effort, though, from Guy Larin there with the header. As I said, that's the first shot that they've had that's been off target now. Dominic Grave looking for Samu Costa up front. Marcos Alonso playing up to White. Javi Rodriguez into Mingueza. The ball just seems to be going both sides now at the minute. Still very equal here. It was a lovely cross there into Guy Larin. Marcos Alonso just clearing the ball there. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Mallorca. It was a lovely cross in there. Marcos Alonso just getting his toe on it to clear it, and it is a throw-in for Mallorca. Minute 50 of the match now. Celta still winning 1-0 here, but it's definitely not over for either of these sides at the minute. Martin Valgent and Antonio Rayo definitely combining a lot these matches. They're two names that we're hearing very often, connecting the ball in between both of those. Definitely have some chemistry in that midfield for Mallorca. Celta just playing it into Iago Aspas there. Mateo Jamo just pressuring the Celta Vigo players, forcing them to lose it. This match is just moving so fast, you do not want to close your eyes. Do not blink because everything is happening here. Borja Iglesias trying to playing it through the left-hand side. He was just looking for the cross there, but just couldn't find it. Mateo Jama was just there just to clear it. Mateo Jama, his 4th match for the club since he made his debut. Celta Vigo playing from at the back now. As I said, the ball just keeps on going both ways at the minute in this match. Antonio Rayo clearing the ball here. It's going to be another corner for Celta Vigo. Real Mallorca just need to watch out. Just can't afford to make any more mistakes in this match. Antonio Rayo covering for his defenders here. What a player. Samu Costa clearing the ball. Celta Vigo, I think, just having that bit more possession at the minute. They just look a bit more eager to get the goal at the minute. They're definitely, I think they're a bit more concentrated than Real Mallorca at the minute. But as I said earlier, if we talk about chances, Real Mallorca have definitely had the best chances. It's a shot here. Hugo Alvarez trying to get his second goal there, putting it onto his right foot and just sending it wide. Trying to make a similar goal than his first one there. Hugo Alvarez, and no good. Just gone wide, but a very, very good chance there from Celta Vigo. I can see Mojica, Murici, both warming up there. Very offensive players. I think Real Mallorca are definitely looking for that goal. They will be making some substitutes very soon. It was a lovely effort there, again, from Hugo Alvarez. Just trying to curl it in that bottom corner with his right foot, kind of similar to his first goal, but the first goal was top corner, not bottom. Thiago Aspas looking to turn around with the ball there, but couldn't manage it. Robert Navarro. Mateu Jaume getting the ball back there. Into Yabres, into Dani Rodriguez. Celta Vigo pressuring Mallorca here, not letting them move a bit. Celta Vigo looking for Borja Iglesias. Dominic Graves just coming out and clearing it on time. Dominic Graves, such a massive goalkeeper. He definitely has some long arms on him. He is a player, sorry, not player, he's a goalkeeper that you want when the crosses come in. Valgent was just looking for Javi Yabres there and couldn't get the ball. Samu Costa again just fouling here and complaining, saying it was never a foul. And it's going to be a foul there for Celta Vigo. Samu Costa not happy with the refereeing, claiming that he's not fouling, saying that the players are just falling down short. And as I said earlier, again, I can just see warming up 3 Mallorcan players. We got Pablo Maffeo, Velat Muriqui, and Johan Mojica all look like to be warming up. Celta Vigo looking very dangerous here at the moment. Mallorca definitely need to switch it up if they want to get back in this game. I believe that Real Mallorca are going to be making these substitutes here now. And could this be what Real Mallorca need to get back in this game? Lots of offensive players coming on there. We've got Velat Muriqui, a very, very dangerous striker. Actually, the maximum goal scorer tied with Dani Rodriguez this season. So, definitely good news for Mallorca to bring on these offensive players. Last time out here for Velat Muriqui. He actually did score to beat Celta Vigo here, scoring in the 85th minute to get the winner against Celta Vigo last time out here at the Estadio de Balaidos. Robert Navarro gets the ball back here into Valgent, into Samu Costa. Playing down the left-hand side here, Real Mallorca, trying to get the rhythm back up now. Can Real Mallorca bring the rhythm back up? Javi Llabres. Javi Llabres being fouled here by Celta Vigo. Referee gives the foul for Real Mallorca. And now Real Mallorca making the substitutes. Robert Navarro and Javi Llabres both coming off. Johan Mojica and Velat Muriqi coming on here now. Two very, very important players for Real Mallorca, usually in the starting 11. Very important players. And as I said earlier, last time that Velat Muriqi was here at the Estadi de Balaidos, he did score in the 85th minute to win it for Real Mallorca. I'm getting words here from the correspondent on the pitch that Real Mallorca will be switching up here. I believe they are changing the formation and going for a different approach to this match, as the current one doesn't seem to be working. I'm sure they're going to go much more offensive now instead of holding back, maybe a bit less defensive. Can Johan Mojica and Velat Muriqi make the difference here for Real Mallorca? Just approaching the 60th minute now, so about 30 minutes plus extra time to go. Real Mallorca losing 1-0 at the minute. Can they bring this back is the question. I just think they just need to pick up the rhythm again. You know, in that first half, in the beginning of the first half, they definitely had the rhythm. They had plenty of chances. They were just couldn't manage to score as the Celta Vigo goalkeeper was on his feet, Vicente Guaita. Yeah, I'm definitely getting word that Real Mallorca are switching up the approach to this game, and they are changing the formation now. They're looking for a different type of approach, hopefully, to score some more goals. Vedat Muriqi and Kai Larin now combining to play up front. The two strikers that we have up there now. It's a throw in here for Real Mallorca. Iago Aspas, the last player to touch it. Iago Aspas, definitely a player that doesn't stay quiet when he thinks the referees made the wrong choice, you know. He's a very expressive player. He expresses his feelings to the referee. He's not shy to tell the referee when he thinks that he messed up. Rayo trying to play it through into Dani Rodriguez. Javi Rodriguez just in front of him. Now Celta Vigo with the ball here. Mallorca just can't seem to hold the ball for a long amount of time. Can't seem to gain to possession. They're just losing it now. And you just think, what do Real Mallorca need to bring this game back on track? They just need to pick up the rhythm again. They've just lost it in the second half. They've not looked too sharp. They've not had many chances in the second half. They definitely need to pick it back up. Real Mallorca just need to pick up this team confidence back up now. Mojica asking for the ball, and he receives it. Lovely touch there from Johan Mojica. Looks like Celta Vigo is going to be making some substitutes here. I do believe I see one or two players as I see, looking like they're going to come on now. Mallorca also sending Abdon Prats to warm up. It's just been a bit of a slow half, I think. You know, the beginning of the match was a lot more. There was a lot more rhythm from both sides. It was constant end to end, end to end, end to end. And now it looks like the match is just slowed down a lot more, which could be good news for Real Mallorca if they can hold on to that ball and patiently build up the play. 63rd minute here now. Dani Rodriguez trying to put in the cross. Celta Vigo defenders just clearing the cross. Celta Vigo making two substitutes here and now. We got Alfron y Dubricas coming on for Celta Vigo now. Two offensive players, actually. So it doesn't look like Celta Vigo are going to park the bus. It looks like they are going to finish off the game and they're going for another goal. I mean, if you're bringing on two offensive players at this stage, you are looking to go for another goal, I'm guessing. Mojica playing long here. Ball just gone out, and I think these substitutes are going to be made now. Borja Iglesias coming off here. Borja Iglesias had a decent performance, not too much to showcase out here tonight. If this is your first time joining the Play Red Live, make sure to subscribe and to stay tuned for all our lives. We broadcast all Mallorca matches, so make sure to stay tuned and join in. And if you like it, leave a like and please subscribe. It means a lot. Hugo Alvarez looking for the ball. The Celta Vigo goal scorer here tonight, looking to get another one maybe. Alfon taking the shot and just gone wide. No good. Again, another shot gone wide by Celta Vigo. You know, getting plenty of chances, but not getting them on target. Alfon, the substitute, the one taking the shot, who just came in. It's going to be a goal kick here for Dominic Grave. About 25 minutes left until full time plus extra time. Can Real Mallorca bring it back here now? They definitely need to bring up more of the rhythm if they want to bring it back. Omar Mascarell with the ball into Mojica. Samu Costa just wants that ball, eager for it, looking over his shoulder, asking for that ball constantly. Mojica playing back into Omar Mascarell. Omar into Van der Heyden. What a match that player's had tonight. Van der Heyden, the Belgium left back. Trying to play down that left-hand side wing here, Real Mallorca. Van der Heyden playing the ball into Mojica. It's going to be a throw in here for Celta Vigo. Mojica, just the last one to touch the ball. So there's a throw in for Celta Vigo. Jacoba Barrasate complaining here. Complaining about. I'm getting word that Jacoba Barrasate, the Mallorca manager, is complaining that the Celta Vigo players are going down too easy. I guess Celta Vigo are going to be trying to waste as much time as possible, as they are definitely fine sitting on a 1-0 victory here tonight. Omar Mascarell playing it into Muriqi. Muriqi holding the ball here in his feet. Mallorca pressing up, lots of players there, arriving in the box. Celta getting the ball back, Celta setting up a counter-attack here actually. Referee giving a foul. It's a foul here for Celta Vigo while they were on the counter-attack. Surprisingly, the Mallorcan players not been booked. Celta Vigo are going to play long here. Does not play long. He actually plays short into Marco Alonso here. Ball goes into Alfon and Dominic Grave just catches it. Dominic Grave been very good in that box today, coming out for all the crosses and catching them. Mateo Jaume smacking the ball up, trying to give it into Muriqi. Muriqi into Dani Rodriguez. The ball just going both sides here now. 1 second the Celta Vigo player has it, the next Mallorcan player has it. No one can seem to keep the ball for their team. Martin Valgen looking very, despite the result, looking very strong here tonight. Alfon trying to put in the cross to Iago Aspas here. Real Mallorca defenders here on their toes, looking very strong at the minute, not letting Celta Vigo get away with anything here. But the Real Mallorca squad just can't seem to get the ball up front. Just struggling to play from out the back. Just can't seem to get anything from the midfielders or the up front players. But of course, you have to give it to the defenders. They have been very decent tonight. Hugo Alvarez with the ball here, the Celta Vigo goal scorer tonight. Starfield into Javi Rodriguez. Dani Rodriguez pressing the Celta Vigo players here. Iago Aspas playing back in his own half here now. Alfon gone down and the referee has given a foul for Celta Vigo. Foul on Alfon here. Again, Mallorca not happy with the referee, just complaining that the Celta Vigo players are going down too easy. 20 minutes to go here now before full time plus extra time. Mallorca need to start looking for that equalizer now. The Mallorca correspondent there just saying that he hopes he gets to see a Mallorca goal out here tonight. It looks like Real Mallorca are going to be making some substitutes. I see some players getting ready there. Looks like Abdon Prats is going to be coming on here. Mallorca just playing from out the back now. Rayo into Van der Heyden. Van der Heyden playing the ball long into Larin. Larin into Muriqi. Mateo Jamo into Dani Rodriguez. Dani Rodriguez crosses it, but it's just no good. It's going to be a corner here for Real Mallorca. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, Real Mallorca, one of the most dangerous teams when it comes to set pieces in the La Liga. The second team with the highest aerial rates winners. Corner gone in. And the header is no good. The header's just gone off target. It's gone way too wide. Mojica with the rebound here. Van der Heyden almost losing the ball there, but just recovering well. Grave kicking the ball up, trying to push his team out more offensively now here. It looks like Real Mallorca are going to be bringing on Abdon Prats and Takuma Asano here. Takuma Asano has not made an appearance since early on in the season as he has been injured. So it's a pleasure to have him back here tonight. Thiago Aspas taking a touch here, bringing the ball down now. I'm getting a word that they are just checking the VAR here now for a potential handball. They're not sure if it's in the box or just outside it. It just looks like it's a handball from Rayo, but it does look like to me like it's just outside the box. I don't understand what these Celta Vigo players are complaining about, because to me it doesn't look like it's in the box in the slightest. He definitely does. It is a handball, and it could potentially be a yellow or red card here. I'm not sure why the Celta Vigo players are saying that it was in the box. It was nowhere near in the box, but he definitely does handball it. It could be very, very dangerous here for Real Mallorca, as he is the last man behind for Real Mallorca. It could be a potential red card here. They are taking a while to check the VAR here. As they usually do with VAR nowadays, they take a while to check it. They just have to make sure that they're making the right decision. Now, it's definitely, for me, I don't have to look at it anymore. For me, it looks like a definite handball. Yeah, it's definitely a handball. But the question is it a red card? That's what they're trying to check here. If it is a red card or a yellow card, I don't think it's a yellow card. I think it's definitely a yellow. It could be a potential red card. As the rules stand, he is the last man behind. But it looks to me like he was going to get the ball either way if he didn't handball it. So they're trying to decide if it's a yellow or a red here. This could be a potential blowout here for Real Mallorca if it is a red card. The referee checking the VAR here. They just can't decide if it is a hand card or not. I'm getting word from the correspondent that it's not very clear if it is a handball or not. It's a red card here for Rayo, the Real Mallorca centre back. The referee has given a red card. This is a massive blowout here for Real Mallorca. Apart from being a very important player for Real Mallorca, and is going to be messing the next fixture. Apart from that, now they are down to 10 men within about 14 minutes to go plus extra time. This is a massive blowout here for Real Mallorca. As soon as they were starting to pick up the rhythm back, it's such a shame that this happens. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's just because of those small errors that Real Mallorca keep on losing recently. Such a shame here for Real Mallorca to go out this way. I mean, it's definitely not going to be easy. It's just, from my understanding, is that Rayo already had the ball. Like he had already been in the Celta Vigo striker before he had committed the handball. So it could have potentially been a yellow, but the referees decided that because he was the last man behind and he did clear the handball on purpose, it is going to be a red card. Such a shame. Such a shame here for Real Mallorca to give away the match like this. Of course, they could still bring it back, but it's really not going to be easy now. Down with 10 men and a dangerous free kick here for Celta Vigo. It was an excellent free kick there from Celta Vigo, but just gone right in the hands of Dominic Grave, not creating much danger. 9 fouls committed from Celta Vigo in this match, and 9 fouls also committed for Real Mallorca in this match. Mateo Jaume losing the ball here. Celta Vigo really putting on the pressure now that Real Mallorca are down to 10 men. With just 10 minutes to go here plus extra time, Real Mallorca are going to need a miracle to bring this back. It's looking like Real Mallorca were going to make changes, but because of that red card, Abdon Prats and Asano are putting their clothes back on. It looks like they're not going to be coming out here. It looks like Real Mallorca had plans to bring them out, but because of the red card, they're not going to be coming out here tonight. And it looks like Sergi Darder is going to be coming off the bench. So Abdon Prats and Asano will not be coming on here tonight, or at least for now. I just think that red card might have destroyed Real Mallorca's confidence here, and they're just going to have to hold on to this now. Celta Vigo players putting on the pressure here. Dani Rodriguez just putting in the cross here, not finding anyone in that Real Mallorca box. Guaita playing from at the back. Celta Vigo trying to get the counter-attack on now. Hugo Alvarez playing a long ball. Yeah, Celta Vigo are really putting on the pressure now, just playing so offensive. Now that Mallorca are down to 10 men, they're trying to make the most of it. Sergi Darder is going to be coming on here for Real Mallorca. Celta getting the ball back here now. Into Iago Aspas. Iago Aspas with an amazing shot. And it's a goal here for Iago Aspas. Celta Vigo lead 2-0. How has this happened, ladies and gentlemen? Celta Vigo leading 2-0 in the 82nd minute now. The ball just falls on the edge of the Real Mallorca box, and Iago Aspas just buries the shot. If you give a ball like that to Iago Aspas on the edge of the box, he is not going to miss it. You know that for sure. 210 goals for Celta Vigo now from Iago Aspas, and he's just such a lethal striker. You can't afford to give him the ball like that. The ball just unlucky there. Real Mallorca just not getting enough on the clearance, and it just fell right to Iago Aspas' feet, where he doesn't even take a touch, just smashes it first try, and the ball is just going with such power. There's nothing Dominic Greif can do there. I just think that red card broke Real Mallorca's confidence. Such a shame here for Real Mallorca. Dominic Greif almost clearing that shot there, but the ball was just going so fast that it just goes right by him. He just could not react on time, and just look how powerful the shot is. It definitely wasn't an easy one to save. It just goes right at Dominic Greif, but he just can't react fast enough on time. He just doesn't expect the shot to come in, and it just falls right at his feet and bounces in the back of the net. We've seen a lot of action today here between these two sides, and it's so unfortunate for Real Mallorca to be losing this game now. Sergi Derder coming on now, and it looks like Sergi Derder coming on for Dani Rodriguez. And Asano has actually also come on here for Real Mallorca. So Asano and Sergi Derder both coming on for Real Mallorca. Such a shame here. 2-0, 2 for Celta, 0 for Real Mallorca. Mallorca trying to put the pressure on now, hoping for some sort of miracle. If they can get maybe a goal now, then they can maybe bring this back here tonight. But it's definitely not going to be easy with 10 men. Celta Vigo fans just cheering their team on. I'm getting word that the atmosphere in here is buzzing, that the Celta Vigo fans are singing and dancing and waving their flags. It's going to be a corner here for Celta Vigo. Martin Valgent just getting the last touch on it and giving a corner here for Celta Vigo. I'm getting word that Celta Vigo are going to be making a substitute now. Hugo Alvarez is coming off for Celta Vigo, and Luca de la Torre will be coming on for him. And Mallorca will also be making a substitute here. It looks like Chiquinho is going to be coming on shortly for Real Mallorca. It looks like Chiquinho is coming on for Guy Larin. Real Mallorca clearing that corner there, and it just falls into a Celta Vigo player. No good. Real Mallorca recovered the ball there. Ristic with the ball here, the number 21 for Celta Vigo. Goes down, and it is a foul there for Celta Vigo. Such a shame. Real Mallorca losing 2-0 here in the 87th minute. I just feel like they definitely didn't deserve to lose this game, but the small errors really let them down. And I just think they were missing that bit of lack of concentration. When we talk about the display from each player, it wasn't a bad performance by the team here tonight. It was very equal from both sides. But the thing was that Celta Vigo made the most of Mallorca's small errors, and that's what gave it the match for them, I think. But all they can do here now is just pick up and, go into the next game more focused, more concentrated. They've played 3 matches in the last week, so you can't say it's been hard for them. Their last match was Barcelona, the top leaders of the group. So it has been hard here for Real Mallorca. You have to give them that. But it's no excuse to come out here and lose today. Samu Costa coming off here and Chiquinho coming on. Mallorca have definitely had to make a lot of last-minute changes here due to that red card. Samu Costa, one of the Mallorcan players with the most minutes in this squad played. You could say that it would be nearly impossible now for Real Mallorca to bring this game back now. Ball into Celta Vigo goalkeeper Guaita here, who you can say who's had a great performance here tonight. Vicente Guaita with 4 saves here tonight. And not just any 4 saves, they were very good, 4 decent saves, 4 headers, I believe, that were all very good. Muriqi playing it into Sergi Derder. Sergi Derder trying to play the long ball. Celta just trying to get the counter-attack. Chiquinho taking the player down. It's no foul here. Jacoba Arrasate again frustrated with the team and also frustrated with the refereeing here tonight. Jacoba Arrasate just complaining to the referee again. He's really, really not happy with this refereeing tonight, claiming that the Celta Vigo players just keep on going down too easily. I'm getting worried here that there is 7 minutes extra time here. 7 minutes due to the VAR of how long it took to check for that handball that eventually led to a red card for Rayo, the Mallorcan centre back. Chiquinho into Mojica. Sergi Derden into Mojica. If Mallorca could score now, they could potentially still bring this back. 7 minutes to go. I've seen a lot of things happen in 7 minutes. So it's definitely not impossible. We've seen miracles before. Why could one not happen now? It's such a shame, this result here for Real Mallorca. You could say a must-win for this team. They were in such a good position. They still are. They were in 6th place with 24 points. After this game, they will still have 24 points. Probably not 6 anymore. Such a shame to drop down the table. And, it was a match that they needed to win to bring back their confidence after that FC Barcelona match. So, they have beat better sides in this, so it's just a shame for them to lose here tonight. And if you look at Celta Vigo's current form, they have really not been on it. Out of their last 5, they lost 4. So you would have hoped that Mallorca would come here tonight and get the victory, but it just wasn't possible for the Mallorquinistas. As my correspondent is just saying here, I don't think this loss was exactly a lack of team performance, but I just think it was a lack of concentration. And as I kept on saying, it's just the small errors. If you look at the 2 goals that Celta Vigo scored, they were just 2 small mistakes from Real Mallorca. It wasn't like they created the goal, they built it up, and they finished it off. No, it wasn't the case. It was just 2 big mistakes, really, from Real Mallorca, and Celta Vigo made the most of those 2 mistakes, and they're winning 2-0. It's not like they scored any other goals than that. So it's just because of the small mistakes that Celta Vigo knew how to make the most of. And Real Mallorca will just have to learn how to not make those mistakes and how to be better. Chiquinho taking the shot on here for Real Mallorca, and the shot just going wide. It's a goal kick here for Celta Vigo. Chiquinho was just trying to get the shot off here, but just sending it, just too much power on it, sending it wide. If we just look at the stats and the goals, you can see that Celta Vigo were definitely not, dominant up front. They weren't the best up front, but yet they still have managed to get the 2 goals. The second goal was just, it was just a poor clearance from the Mallorca player, and it just landed on Iago Aspas, who was just patiently waiting on the edge of the box, where he just smashes it. And because the shot was just going so powerful, I will say I think Dominic Grave definitely should have done better there, but he just doesn't react on time, and it just bounces off of his feet into the net. So, as I said, it's just a mistake from Mallorca. It's not like a massive build-up play from Celta Vigo. And with the first goal, it's the same situation. Just a giveaway. They gave away the ball on the edge of the box, and Hugo Alvarez smashed it into the top right corner. Real Mallorca just have to keep it up, just keep up the hard work. And we did want some better quality football here from Mallorca. I just think they need to be more confident up front. They need to be more brave, go for it more. Header, no good here from Real Mallorca. Another shot off target. They have had plenty of shots off target, Real Mallorca, in the second half. Just a header from the right back there, Xavier van der Heyden. Just gone wide. About to go into the 96th minute here. Just about 2 minutes or 1 left before the final whistle. And you can say it's been a very disappointing night for Real Mallorca and, well, an exhilarating night for Celta Vigo. Looking at their poor form, Celta Vigo definitely need this win to get back into the game. And, well, Real Mallorca also most certainly definitely need to swim to keep up the good rate and the good performances. Takuma Sano giving the pass in here. Iago Aspas just shooting it out a bit too wide there. It's a lovely effort there again from Iago Aspas, just going wide. As I said, he's just a player that you cannot give a free shot to because Iago Aspas will put it in the back of the net. Yeah, sure, he didn't put it in the back of the net there, but he will, out of the next 10 times, score 8 or 7. He's just an excellent finisher. You cannot give him easy shots like that. Just a big giveaway there from Asano. And just Iago Aspas just gets the ball, dribbles past 1-2, takes the shot on. Great effort, just gone too wide, I think, with his feet and couldn't get the right angle. And that's the final whistle there, ladies and gentlemen. 97 minutes. The referee has blown his whistle. It's 2 goals there for Celta Vigo and 0 for Mallorca. You could say a very, very disappointing match here for Real Mallorca. I mean, if you have to choose a word to describe this match, I think, especially on Mallorca's side, just disappointing, I would say. Disappointing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, soon we're going to be having some interviews, so don't go anywhere. We're going to get some words from the Real Mallorca players and the Real Mallorca manager. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We've still got lots more to talk about this match. And yeah, as I said, just very disappointing, this match. You know, if you have to look for words, there's just not much to talk about. I think, as I said earlier, the match was just given away by small errors from Real Mallorca. And last time out for Real Mallorca, when they played against FC Barcelona, it was the exact same situation. You know, they were doing well up until about the 74th minute, where they started to give away small errors, and that's when Barcelona scored 3. Then they scored 4, and then they scored 5, all within the space of about 15 minutes, just due to a lack of concentration and small errors. And I think that's what happened here tonight. You know, Mallorca had a good rhythm. They were doing well. First goal is just a small mistake. Real Mallorca losing the ball and the edge of the box. And then the Celta players give it in to Hugo Alvarez, who just smashed it in the top corner. A lovely finish from the young man there. And then going into the second half, you could definitely feel the lack of concentration there. And, you know, I think just the red card was the whole giveaway. Very, very unnecessary. Could have been avoided. I think he already got the ball before touching with his hand. So my question is, why did he touch with his hand? It did look intentional to me. I don't know if it was, but it looked intentional to me. It looks like he tries to push the ball. But my question is, why give such an easy giveaway? He already had the ball under control. And that just caused them the red card. And I think from when they got the red card on, it was always going to be a challenge. But again, the second goal is also just a giveaway. You know, it's a poor clearance from the Real Mallorca defender. But, you know, even the blame isn't on him for that. You know, he clears it how he can, and it just falls into Iago Aspas, who's on the edge of the box. No one on him, standing all alone, no man on him, and he just smashes it in the net. He actually hits it right at Dominic Grave, which you could argue Dominic Grave probably should have saved that, but to be fair, it was a very, very powerful shot, and he didn't have much time to react. So it just bounces off of Dominic Grave into the back of the net. So if we look at the match in general, it was equal. It was equal in the start, but ever since Real Mallorca got that red card, it just all went downhill, and Celta Vigo started dominating more. Now, if we look at the first half, Real Mallorca had 4 shots and all 4 were on target. Now, they were all excellent shots, excellent efforts, really, to be honest, from Real Mallorca. And you got to give it to that Celta Vigo goalkeeper who was on his feet, Vicente Guaita. Some excellent efforts. Loads of headers from Kai Larin. 4 shots on target. All 4 shots saved. We're going to get some words here now from Dani Rodriguez. How would you rate the match from today? Well, we're leaving sad. We're leaving disappointed. In the end, we wanted to have a good match. After the bad result from Tuesday in a complicated match, I think the team was good, especially in the first half. They had 1 shot on target, which was a goal in the first half. And I think it was very unfair looking at the first half, how we were good. We didn't have the greatest chances, but it's true that on 2 or 3 occasions that we were really good. And I think it was just very unfair. I think it's an unfair result. Did the red card affect the match? I didn't really see it. I think it was a clear foul from them on the edge of the box, but we ended up getting the red card. it's incredible. But yeah, I didn't see it, and it is what it is. We just have to react to this match. We have to analyze this match, and we have to continue having hope, and we have to continue playing as a team. Were you able to play 7 matches in 3 games? No, I think we have ran a lot. You know, I don't think anybody's tired. In the end, the manager made loads of changes, loads of rotations. There's loads of players in the squad. We've all played. There's about 20 something players in the squad. The team is really good physically, but it's just the results in the end. We've come from 2 good victories, and now we've taken 2 losses. And I think today, analyzing the match, it's true that we made lots of errors, but the team was still good. So those were the words there from Dani Rodriguez, the Real Mallorca center attacking mid. As you can see, pretty much just the words that I was saying, you know, it's just the small errors that that cost them the match and the red card. It's just unfair, you know. Real Mallorca, they were good. You know, everything that Dani Rodriguez just said in that interview, I am saying too. I just think they were good in the first half. They looked decent. It was very equal, but it's just the small errors that gave away the match. Now, talking about that red card, was it a red card? Was it not a red card? It's a tough decision. I'm not a referee. I'm not one to make the decision, you know, but it did look like he already had the ball before he handballed it. So the question is, was it a very dangerous play? Could it have been a dangerous play for Celta Vigo? I don't think it was, because I think Rayo already got the ball. But of course, he was the last man back. And he does intentionally, it looks like he intentionally hits it to me. So I think it's fair. It's tough for Real Mallorca, but it's definitely a fair red card. If you look at the rules, if you look at the play, I think the referee made the right decision, to be fair. But it's just a giveaway there from Rayo. I don't know why he's done that. I don't think he needed to do that. As I said, he had already won the ball before he committed the handball. So I don't know why that's happened. And also, as Dani Rodriguez said, I just think as soon as they got that red card, it was just too much of a challenge for Real Mallorca with 1 man less. They couldn't seem to push for the goal that they wanted. But when you're 1 man down, it's such a massive advantage for the other team. And Celta Vigo, clearly a team that's good of making the most of mistakes from the other team. If we look at Celta Vigo's performance in general, you know, most of the players had a decent performance. You know, the midfield was sharp. The centre backs were very sharp. The goalkeeper was especially sharpest. But up front, where the goals came from, in my opinion, none of those players were too sharp here tonight. And yet, they managed to get 2 goals. Why? Because they were more focused on the mistakes that Real Mallorca made more than creating their own occasions. Because if we look at creating own occasions from Celta Vigo, there was only about 1 or 2 chances created by Celta Vigo, not coming off errors. So as I said, Real Mallorca just need to cover up those mistakes, those little errors that they keep on making, and they really could have brought back that match. And hopefully they just need to go into the next week's fixture next Saturday just more focused, more concentrated. Now looking at the bench players for tonight, if we look at the Celta Vigo bench players, none of them really made much of an impact. Of course, Iago Aspas did come on early on due to a injury from Fer Lopez, the right back, the Spaniard right back, 20-year-old. He got injured early on in the game, and Iago Aspas replaced him in the 43rd minute. Now, Iago Aspas was definitely the best substitute made in this game, I would say. You know, he came on, he scored in the second half, a decent goal, and he had a few other good chances, a few good shots. And that free kick he did take was an excellent free kick. Can't take anything from it. So, Iago Aspas, for me, my favorite substitute here tonight. He was decent on the pitch. But again, nothing too crazy. You know, didn't create that much danger when it came to actual plays from Celta Vigo. Now, looking at the Real Mallorca bench, for me, I don't think the bench brought the intensity that the team needed. You know, when you're a bench player and you're coming off from the bench, you have to be ready, active, eager, hungry to get that goal and earn your place on the team. But for me, looking at that bench, it looks like none of those players were really there. None of them really wanted it. They didn't look like they had more energy than the players that were already playing. So for me, definitely the Mallorcan bench could have been more of an impact that they were. I just think they didn't bring enough to the match coming on from that bench. Of course, you can't just look at the bench, you have to look at all the players, but that's just one side to the story. I think the bench players definitely should have been more active in this match. If I had to choose one bench player that came on tonight as my favorite, I couldn't even tell you who the best was. I would maybe give it to Johan Mojica just because he was on the ball a lot and he was trying to take it up more offensively. He was moving it up more. But again, not much from that bench. Now, if I had to pick an MVP for tonight, looking at both squads, for me, my favorite player on these squads was probably Vicente Guaita, the Celta Vigo goalkeeper. He just made so many important saves that first half. On the second half, he wasn't tested too much. But on the first half, as I said, 4 shots taken by Real Mallorca, 4 shots on target, all excellent headers, and he saved all of them. So you just have to give it to him. He had a great game, plenty of saves. So he is my most valuable player here for tonight, the man of the match. Now, if I'm choosing a Real Mallorca best player, I will have to give it. I just think for me, it's between Dani Rodriguez and maybe Omar Mascarell. I just think they were both on the ball a lot and they were switching it, running up and down. Both of those players, Omar Mascarell and Dani Rodriguez, offensively, just like defensively, were all over the place. I'm looking at those 2 players now here, but I just can't forget this one man on my mind, Siebe van der Heyden, the Belgium left back who made his debut here tonight for Real Mallorca. Despite the result and all, he has had such an excellent game, especially for his debut. As a left back, I don't think he lost the ball once, maybe once or twice. I'm not sure. I don't think I saw him lose the ball at all. He connected all of his passes and he was just pressing these strikers, not letting Borja Iglesias get through a single minute. So it's a very, very tough one to choose for me here tonight. I don't know if I can choose a favorite, but I have to choose a favorite. So I'm going to go for Siebe van der Heyden, the Belgium left back, just because it was his debut tonight and he was looking very, very sharp. So I will be giving it to him. And as I said earlier, my favorite player for the Celta side was the goalkeeper himself, Vicente Guaita. Now, talking about the match in general, I'm going to start with the first half. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. We have some interviews coming up very, very soon. Do not go anywhere. Matter of fact, we have one right now, Jacob Arrasete, Mallorca manager. How do you value today's match? Well, very disappointed. We had very high hopes this match. I don't think we were inferior to Celta, but that goal really took away our confidence. It's true that we started the second half good, but we didn't continue it. And with the substitutes and all that, and then we got a red card. And it just made the match even harder. Well, looking at the action, it does hit his hand. But I don't think it was a goal-scoring threat because he already had the ball, and I think it should have been a yellow. Yeah, well, I think that, especially looking at attack, we did all right, but especially looking at defending, we did good because Celta Vigo are a team that generate a lot of plays. They had almost 3 strikers up front. And I think in the first half, despite the goal that we conceded, we defended very well. What do you think of, in general, of the match today? Yeah, well, I think now we have 2 more players that made a debut here tonight. But we have lots of changes here on the bench tonight. And we had 8 changes here tonight, but we didn't really feel like the bench players gave enough. Yeah, well, I think all of these matches have gone wrong. You know, we've had so many matches this week. You know, we have to just go into the next game more focused and with our eyes shining. Those were the words there from Jacoba Arrasate of what he thought of today's match. And honestly, he just took the words out of my mouth. It's just the small errors that caused them this match. And as he said, I have to completely agree with him. I do think it was a yellow card. If I was referee, I was giving a yellow card in that situation, because you can argue that he did already win the ball. And he did. He was in front of the ball. He had it. It looks like he had it under control. But he definitely, it looks like he intentionally hit it, at least in my eyes. I don't know. You guys can decide. Leave in the comments if you think he left a handball on purpose. Put yes handball or no handball. But it looks to me like he did do it on purpose. And, you know, it's a tough decision, really. But I think a yellow card would have been more fair. I think a red card was a bit more harsh. But you can't argue against it because, as the rule book says, he's the last man and he intentionally does it. So it does lead to a red. But a yellow also would have been very fair, considering that fact that he had won the ball over. But either way, I just don't think this is an... I'm not saying he said it as an excuse, but this isn't an excuse definitely for the loss here tonight. I just think it was a lack of concentration. And also, as Jacoba Arrasate just mentioned, I think we were definitely missing a lot more from the bench here tonight. I think we were missing just more energy. All of those players came on, and, you know, it looks like they had played the same amount of minutes as the players already on the pitch, you know. And when you're a substitute, you need to be on the pitch fired up. You need to be winning all your sprints. You need to have more energy. Okay, we have an interview here coming up now from Valgent, Martin Valgent. A very complicated match. What do you rate the match? Yeah, I think we're very messed up here. You know, in the first half, we did very good. We had some very good occasions, especially in the set pieces. You know, the first goal was an error. It was a great goal, to be fair, but it just was an error. I think in the second half, we started very good and we wanted to bring it back. But it was just very difficult for us. And the red card just teared us down, and it was too hard to bring it back for us. But in the next match, we have to go in bigger. It's fine. Now we have to wash our heads. And now we're playing Girona home, and we just have to give everything to keep on going. So the season can keep on advancing, and we can keep on winning points. That first half was very good, and you had lots of occasions to bring it back for sure. Yeah, well, I think that football is a game of guessing, and we played in a ground that really, really wasn't easy. And I think we just lost the match after that second half. 2 players making debuts this season. What do you think of that? Yeah, I think in this team, I think it's good that lots of players can play minutes, and we need to see these players more often so we can recognize them. You know, the result didn't come out good, but I think the players that made their debut this season, you know, they were worked very hard for it, and they need to keep on going. And they need to be confident in themselves, and they need to be positive. They need to have all the concentration and all the focus for next Saturday. Those were the words from Martin Valgent, the Real Mallorca center back there. I do believe we have another interview now here. How do you?
You cannot feel good when you lose a game. It's impossible. But I think we deserve more based on the first half. I think we had some chances more than them. They score one goal. I'm sure they scored 1 on 10. A shoot like this. But okay, in this kind of games, you have to finish your chances, and this is what we missed today. This last pass, this last finish. So I think this is why we lose the game today.
Sibe, and personally, how did you feel after some months without playing? How did you feel over the pitch?
I think for me today was really important to feel comfortable on the ball, to feel my confidence again. It's a long time ago since I started a game. I think it's 1 year ago now, so it's a lot of time. But I felt really good. I felt like I was comfortable on the ball, and I tried to help the team as much as I could. And that's also my job to do today. So I think I did my job, but I cannot be happy when you lose a game.
And today it was 5 in the defense. In attack there were 4. So you have to combine these.
Yes,
positions.
exactly. It was not easy because, like you say, I have to combine a little bit, playing with 3 when we defend, and when we attack, I have to go more like a lateral. So it was not easy, but I think with Javi also, we talk a lot on the pitch, and we did a good job in our defensive way. And like I say, in offensive way could be a little bit more, but then in the defensive way, I think we tried to do our job, and he did well, and I think I tried to do my job also today. Yeah.
And now after 3 matches in just 7 days, we have more time to prepare the next match.
I think we needed also some players. I think they were a little bit tired, and it's normal after 3 days, 3 games in 1 week. It's normal that some guys are a little bit tired, but like you say, now we have to focus on the next game. We have a full week to prepare it, and we go for the 3 points again.
Sibe, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Those were the words from Siebe van der Heyden, a amazing player who had an amazing debut here tonight. Getting words here that this is the end of the interviews for tonight. You know, we have interviewed 3 players here plus the manager. So thank you to our correspondent there for those interviews. Thank you very much, Damian, for that. So we're going to go with the press conference from Jacoba Arrasate now, who you can imagine won't be happy with this team's results. So don't go anywhere. We've still got the press conference with the Real Mallorca manager, Jacoba Arrasate, and then we will be ending this live stream. So as I was just saying, I think Siebe van der Heyden, you know, from his words there, what a player. Great English, by the way, that he has speaking. He is the Belgium left back, and he had an amazing debut here tonight. As his teammates were saying, these players have worked hard to get their debut out here tonight. You know, I did love the performance that I saw from him. As I said, he was probably my favorite player on that pitch for Real Mallorca tonight. So, you know, great work from him. And they just have to go with their head just more confident next game. We're going to go with the press conference from the manager now. We did a good first half where Celta didn't really do much. We minimized them. And we had the ball a lot. It's true that we were missing a bit more up front. It's a shame we couldn't get goals out of these occasions. And I don't think we deserve to be down after the first half. In the second half, we started good, but we just didn't want it enough. They defended well, but within the end, with the substitutes and all that, we just couldn't make it work. You were very angry with the red card. What do you think of it? No, I just don't understand it. It hits his hand, yeah, sure, but I think it's a yellow card. He's in front of the player. He has the ball. He hits it with his hand. It can never be a yellow card. It can never be a red card. I think a yellow card is correct. But hey, I asked for explanations, and I just get in trouble. I'm just saying, for me, it's not a goal. It's not a goal occasion. Until what point were you still feeling confident with the game on Tuesday? Yeah, well, the team wasn't. I don't think the team was tired after our last game on Tuesday. I think the team had good energy. And it's true that when you come from a loss, losing 5-1, that we drop a bit in confidence. More than their legs being tired, it was their head, after coming from that loss. The referees call it a certain zone where they consider it a goal occasion. But, the thing is, the Celta Vigo player wasn't alone. He had Rayo in front of him with the ball. And the occasion wasn't a goal-scoring occasion because the Mallorca player was there in front of him. But what can we do? Yeah, I'm just trying to understand why it was a red card. I really want to know why. Because our player had the possession and he had won the ball. So it should have been a yellow, not a red. Can you value the players that made their debut today? Javi Abres and Van der Heyden? I just think you were missing a lot of goal occasions. Yeah, they both had very good games. Javi asked for a substitute, but he was having a good game. We have to look at how we ended the first half. It was good. But then at the second half, we were struggling a lot more. We could have put in a lot more crosses. We had Muriqi in there too. I had to make changes with the substitute due to the red card. Those were the words from Jacoba Arrasate, the Real Mallorca manager, who is clearly frustrated with that red card and the decisions of the referee. Obviously not very happy with it. He thinks it should have been a yellow card, and he explains what he thinks is a goal-scoring occasion. And he does explain the logic of it, but he just wants to know why it wasn't a yellow and why it was a red card. And as you can see, really not happy with that decision, and he's just got to go into the next game. They've got to pick the squad back up and go back in more confident. He is happy with the players that made their debut, which is good. I think they had a great debut, especially that Belgium left back, Van der Heyden. But hey, they just have to go back in it. So, finally, Celta Vigo 2, Real Mallorca 0. We'll be back next Saturday, so make sure to tune in with that. It's going to be a really good game. We have Real Mallorca playing against Girona at Son Moix, playing home, and it will be a must-win. Obviously, Girona, a big team. Anyways, thank you very much for joining in this live stream. We're going to be ending it now, and make sure to join in next Saturday here. Leave a like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you next Saturday if you join in. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody. I've been your host, Daniel Armstrong, here for tonight.